Hello, TheLadyKeziah here. Are you married? Oh, beautiful. Thank God for your marriage. Oh, you are even legally married. Beautiful. But I hope you know that a marriage certificate is not a lifetime credit line. Yeah, a marriage certificate is not a lifetime credit line. It is merely the opening of the account. To keep the relationship solvent, you must commit to a lifetime of daily deposits into that account. Can we have a conversation? Yeah. In the architecture of human relationships, we often mistake the legal for the spiritual and the static for the dynamic. We treat a marriage certificate as if it were a title deed, a permanent proof of ownership that guarantees the integrity of the structure regardless of the weather. However, a more accurate metaphor is that of a bank account. You have a bank account, right? So definitely you understand this video the more. A marriage certificate, just like I said, is not a lifetime credit line. It is merely the opening of the accounts, like the beginning of everything. Let's consider the following so you get a deeper understanding into this. So anytime you flaunt your marriage certificate, you would consider these things. Number 1, the illusion of the one-time deal. The primary danger in long-term commitment is the arrival fallacy. The belief that once vows are exchanged and the papers are signed, the work is finished. Oh, we've been married 10, 20, 30 years, so everything will work out together for your good. Everything would be okay, even if you don't do anything, even if you don't invest anything into it. The work isn't finished. We tend to view the wedding as the finish line rather than the starting blocks. You watch singles think about their colors, planning the events of the marriage, not the marriage itself. The engagement, what we call engagement, is properly a proper marriage. Both the engagement, the wedding, whatever, they are just events of the marriage. The marriage itself begins after those events, but we spend time, money, resources into planning the events, but we don't plan the marriages. So we get into it and we are stuck. Thank God that there are healthy, functional marriages out there. When a couple relies on the credit of their initial romance or the legal binding of their certificate, they begin to overdraw. Don't forget the bank account. That's the metaphor I'm using through this video. When you just rely on the formality, so the two families are where we are together, so you can treat the other partner anyhow and they are forever in there for you. Divorce is not an option because God hates divorce. What if they divorce you in their hearts and they are still together with you? That's dangerous than signing the divorce papers. You see, when you begin to overdraw, it becomes a problem. And one thing we haven't realized yet, I champion the difficult yet necessary conversations. So understand the angle I'm coming from. There are people there, there are women there whose bride price haven't been paid. But everything you are praying for, wishing for, anticipating, begging for as a married woman, these women are getting them for free. What is your advantage? There are men out there who haven't paid anybody's bride price. But everything any healthy married man gets, they get, and in excess. The respect, over the roof. Everything they need from a woman, their brains, their body, their capacity is bring to support them. They haven't paid any bride price. So if you are not able to have this difficult yet necessary conversation, the institution of marriage will collapse. I'm telling you, it would collapse, where people will go in there with no understanding. If the marriage is just for the showmanship, for society and religion to count you two as married, that is okay. But if you want a marriage that will benefit you, your soul, your spirit, your body, a marriage that will glorify God, a marriage that the children will desire marriage because of the way you treat one another, each other, then please don't take it for granted and assume that because you've paid a person's bride price, everything will work out together for your good. Many of you are just overdrawing. Every harsh word, every moment of neglect, indifference, contempt, and every instance of emotional unavailability acts as a withdrawal. Should I repeat? Your withdrawals are more than your deposits. So the bank account has gone red. Minus. Without intentional reinvestment, the relationship eventually faces emotional bankruptcy. Without intentional reinvestment, the relationship eventually faces emotional bankruptcy. In this state, the legal document remains intact. Marriage certificate, it will still be in your drawer, but the person has checked up on you emotionally and spiritually. The legal document remains intact, but the account is empty. You have overdrawn. You are even in arrears in that same account. There is no joy to withdraw, no grace to lean on, and no intimacy to spend. You are married single. Number 2, the currency of kindness. I don't know how loudest I can be on this. Solvency in a marriage is maintained through the small change. The small change, the little foxes. Solvency in a marriage is maintained through the small change of daily interactions. It is rarely the grand, expensive gestures that keep a heart tethered to another, but rather it is the consistent deposit of active listening, small acts of service, words of affirmation, and emotional safety. Giving undivided attention in a world of distraction is the active listening. Some of you, even when your partner is hurt, he or she is not supposed to bring it up for discussion. It doesn't matter the words she uses. It was still framed as disrespectful because she's coming from the angle of, no, I don't want you treating me like this. This is the way I want to be treated. As long as they are coming from the angle of their pain, it is disrespectful. They are just supposed to be silent and endure every treatment. Very soon, you have the shock of your life. That is active listening, giving undivided attention in a world of distraction. Anticipating a partner's needs before they are voiced. It's beautiful. You live with them all these years. You still don't know their love languages. Everything they need, even their emotional needs, they still have to beg and beg and beg. Very soon they will stop begging. And that will be the end of that union. Small acts of service. You don't even need money to be kind to your partner. Money amplifies, magnifies that kindness. But many of the kindness you need to maintain a union, to maintain a love life, to maintain a marriage, it is not just money or even the huge sums of money. Small acts of service, anticipating their needs before they are voiced. Awesome. Words of affirmation, choosing to voice gratitude for the mundane. Some of you are so ungrateful. You see everything as normal. This is the way it's supposed to go. It is not normal in every home. So when your partner goes out, whether if it is in their nature to be kind, some people are praying and begging for the same things you are getting for free without you voicing them out. And yet even appreciating your partner is a problem. Go see the way some women and their children are struggling for their basic needs. The children's basic needs, you get them for free and you think they are normal. Oh, this is the way it's supposed to be. So why do I thank him? Why should I be grateful? Hey! Words of affirmation, choosing to voice gratitude for the mundane. Emotional safety, providing a space where vulnerability is met with tenderness instead of judgment. Some of you, there is no way your partner can have any meaningful conversation with you. They can't be vulnerable with you. Immediately they share with you, those things will be used against them until their kingdom comes. So they are there, their fears, their pain, their struggles are just there. And yet they are calling themselves married people. They prefer to share with even friends than their spouses. Because the very day they open up and become vulnerable, that is the end of the greatness, the respect in the home. These words will be used against them forever. You see them as married? No, they are married singles. These daily deposits create a reserve. When the inevitable recessions of life hits, illness, financial stress, or grief, a solvent marriage has the accumulated capital to survive the crisis without collapsing. Some of you, your bank accounts are so empty that should any crisis hit the reunion, that will be the end of it. Emotional bank account is empty. Financial bank account is empty. Leadership bank account is empty. Everything about that union is empty. All you have is the public facade of a beautiful union. Anything that hits that union will bring it down to ground zero. Number 3, the principle of personal expansion. The second half of the equation is the necessity of self-growth. It is when you become more that you can do more and give more to your partner. There is a common misconception that marriage requires the shrinking of the self to accommodate the other. I don't know where we got this from. It is a word I don't want to use. It is just unwise. In reality, a healthy union thrives when both individuals are committed to their own evolution. 20 years ago, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, when you got married, you are still the same. Your mindset, your thinking, your personality, nothing about you has evolved. No growth in you. If you remain the same person you were on your wedding day, you are offering your partner a stagnant version of yourself. Yes. I don't want this video to become long, so look for the other part of it. You will love it. A marriage certificate is not enough. How long you've been married is not enough. What investment are you making into your partner's life that when any other crisis hits, they would consider that investment and equally stand and fight to the end? Think about these things in the comment section. Let me hear what resonates with you. Share this with another married couple too, so together we can become more, do more, and give more. Much love and blessings.